are some of the barriers and hurdles that you've seen that these women entrepreneurs face, particularly regarding bottom of the pyramid entrepreneurs?
Okay, so the women that we've trained, they've faced obviously a number of issues in front of us also. For example, this is one lady who used to be attending her training, and her father used to keep calling me because, when we would be interviewing them, we would allow them to bring their parents, husbands, spouses, whoever they want to bring with in the interview, so that we can have a conversation with them also. It's very important about essay programs kar rahe hote and you want to promote an inclusive approach, you need to involve their family also. The human element that really defined our programs and separated it from a lot of other donor-funded initiatives was that we made their families a part of the program as well. It was not just the women in the classroom, it was their families also. We would counsel the parents who had issues sending their daughters. But then economics. You see, once they know that their daughter has the potential to do well, if she's learning skills, and they could feel like after this training program there's a certain change in her, they were quite convinced themselves also. Core barrier jo bahut bada access to finance. As you see, you have all these microfinance institutes in the country, like Kashaf, Akuat, Finca, and all of these. Akuat is excellent platform, and a lot of the people we trained were actually beneficiaries of Akuat. But other microfinance institutes, we realized that they charge a very high interest rate. So the women borrowing from them would actually get caught in the vicious cycle of debt, which would further burden her and take her, energy kind of away from focusing on her business to worrying about the loan that she has to repay. And another thing is, a lot of these microfinance institutes and banks have a very high collateral requirement, right? Like land, jewelry, all of that. So the question is, if these women had all of that in place, why would they be applying for a small 25,000 loan? Another, few barriers that women face is access to information. Now you see, men go out, they socialize, they meet with their peers, their friends, they do their business, they go sit in their shops. I'm talking about ground zero entrepreneurs. So they know what's in, what's out, they have an insight of the market. Whereas these women who are doing their businesses out of their home, some are really disconnected from this flow of information. Another part in our trainings where we make women more aware that if you're running a business, you need to have a separate business account. We have seen that sometimes when women partner with men and they find out, the bank account of the school was not in the school's name, but it was in their male partner's name. And they realize, no, there's something that's not right there, because if you're doing a business with somebody, you need to have a bank account and the name of that business. This is also the kind of information that women, they don't know, because there's not been any formal business training. For example, another thing I think women really struggle with is actually not women, I think it equally goes for men as well. Pricing. If I'm a home-based worker and I am, let's say, making shoes, how do I price my product when I don't have any formal training? And did I put a price for the time that I've invested in making that shoe? Or have I just put the price of the raw materials required to make that shoe? So, all of this it goes hand in hand. And, when they come to our training, they realize, no, I spent days doing this. So if I calculate my time, so this needs to go on top of the price. And so they discover, which is why we were not making profits. Fortunately, because of social media and digital media, I think digital media is doing a great job in terms of spreading information and, making entrepreneurs generally more aware. But access to information एक हमेशा से issue था. For example, अगर एक entrepreneurship scheme आई है जिसमें कहा जा रहा है कि women entrepreneurs apply, they can get up to, let's say, $1,000. A lot of women won't know about this program. How will they know about this program, right? So another important barrier that they face is access to information technology. Okay, you have, they're not skilled to use the computer, they're not skilled to use their laptop. I mean, they have laptops as well, but they don't have the skill to kind of really, you know, for example, marketing these days. If I'm a jewelry designer, if I'm doing a small business, all I have to do is take a picture of my sample and upload it on Facebook and be like, you know, price this, and handmade, you know, have some text with it. It's something so basic, right? But a lot of these women don't know that. So yeah, and access to networks, you know, access to opportunities. These are all barriers, but some of them, I think, in today's time, because of the digital world we're living in, information and networks we're catering to, but finance is still an issue. You know, cultural issues are still there. People are living, you know, most of the people still believe that a woman should not step out of the house. But when she starts bringing money in, tables do turn.